We're back at it again here with another video with the Invest for Tomorrow. Until the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. And to all the subscribers, welcome back. I'll ask for in return this video to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video. Helps out the YouTube channel and lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into making these videos. Now, we have the S&P 500 index here in front of us, and as we can see, it's been very volatile, pulling back, pulling up, pulling back, and continuing going higher, right? There's a lot of speculation that a correction's coming. Others are speculating that there's going to be an everything run, like everything's just going to continue to go higher while tech sells off and certain stocks keep on falling. And it all seems all over again like the S&P 500 index is going higher like back in May, and tech and SPAC mergers are going to all-time lows or pulling back, right? Well, in this video, regardless of where the S&P 500 index decides to go, we're going to talk about one of the top stocks that is possibly setting up for a short squeeze if the opportunity presents itself, right? Because this stock is hitting all-time lows as we speak, and short interest is pretty big as we see it since last week. It hasn't updated into today, but I could imagine the numbers are just as big, presenting itself as one of the top stocks to squeeze. But before we jump into this chart and everything about it, and we look at its short interest based off of the information that I found, we're going to talk about the home run of the day over at the Discord that I mentioned this morning, and we're going to jump into these charts and everything about this opportunity that is setting up for a squeeze. So the home run of the day was spectacular. We're going to jump right into it, and if this is something that interests you and you want to become part of, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord, and by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors all looking to learn and grow together. So we talked about ADMA and NAOV. ADMA gave us small jumps of 3 to 5% pretty quickly right after the bell. It had a pullback and it jumped up again, 3 to 5% jumps. But NAOV was a constant uptrend, giving multiple opportunities of 5 to 10%, 10 to 20%, and 20% plus, guys. This was a home run. So NAOV, we caught it early on in the pre-market as it was pulling back, hit 305, and took off towards the bell, a decent 10% plus, pulled back down and shot up again, giving a 10 to 15% plus opportunity, almost 20% in a matter of minutes. It pulled back down, continued, giving jumps of about 15 to 25%, and at the highest point, giving a 30% plus opportunity of $4 and some change, guys. If this is something you want to become part of, the link is down below in the description, and we look forward to having you join us. Let's jump into these charts and everything about it. So one of the top stocks setting up to squeeze here is PSFE if everything aligns, right? We're going to look at the short interest. We're going to look at what analysis price targets are saying and what's going on with the chart overall. But PaySafe Limited is one of the top stocks right now that a lot of people are overlooking or have their eyes on, looking for the opportunity. We're going to share this in just a moment, how high the short interest was on Friday and how little it moved. And today, after moving so much, I can only imagine how much larger the short interest is. I'll probably update it tomorrow, or if I can actually add it on in the comments down below, or if somebody sees it later this afternoon once they post it, because I'm posting this video pretty early. So here we are with PSFE, PaySafe Limited, and this stock is setting up for an opportunity. I mean, it hit its 52-week low today of 851. You could see it right there at the lows of 851, 852, give or take. Bounce back up, and it's literally right now just a few cents above the 52-week low. Now, this is a stock I've talked about plenty of times. Every time it touched $10, it would run up a 20 to 30% jump or about a 10 to 15% jump, right? I love this stock every time it reached $10, and if it broke through it, I always said the opportunity is becoming even larger because analysis price targets still point this one to the upside. So let's just rule out the short squeeze. It doesn't happen, right? Well, if this goes back in a healthy manner, based off analysis price targets, there's still an opportunity here of anywhere from 10 to 30 and even upwards to 50% plus at the highest points based off analysis ratings. We're going to look at that now. But before we do, I just want to share with you guys that if this breaks through 851, I would watch how it reacts between 851 and $8, trying to see if this finds a bottom, because right now it's trying to form that bottom. It hasn't really found it, and if 851 turns out to be that bottom, I will be watching for strength on a sideways action of consolidation or a reversal staircase effect, trying to get back up to the 9s or 10s, right? So the first point to break through is up here at $9. I just want you guys to be aware of that. That doesn't mean that they've gained strength and that the bulls have control. It's just a point of reference to see where momentum's going. So how high is the short interest? Well, short interest is 61%, and it did that twice last week, right? All the way back on the 10th and on the 13th. Now, Friday was one of the highest dates that we saw short interest when it comes to the amount of short volume, okay? Not percentage, because the highest was on the 10th, but if not short volume. It was literally 2.7 million compared to the 4.3 million in total volume. Now, today's total volume is 41 million. So what I'm looking at here, if this moved only from 1069 to about 1024, just 40 cents with almost 61%, how much is the short volume today, right? That is a huge indicator to know how heavily shorted this is, how much buying pressure has actually happened in this situation, and how much selling pressure has been pushed upon those that were buying, thinking they were catching the bottom, and sold and made it go even further down. And at the end of the day, out of this 41 million, there's not going to be 100% short, right? So like you saw on Friday, it was 61%. So that other 40% wasn't short. It was options. It was probably buying pressure, people buying the dip. And that's really what I'm looking for, because there is a percentage in today's numbers that's going to show that there was buyers while this was falling. And I know it sometimes doesn't make sense to buy when a stock is falling, but that's usually the best opportunity to actually get the dip. That's why it's called buying the dip. It's just the hardest thing to actually overcome and do when it looks so ugly, right? So best time for an investor that's long, like myself, if I was actually looking at this for a long opportunity and I was in it at $10, I would buy the dip, right? I would go ahead and average down. And if I'm trying to look at this for the first time, I would actually catch this in the 8s, and if it dips even further, try to go ahead and make a reasonable decision within where I got in and how far down has it gone, because right now this is at its 52-week low. How much worse can it get? No one really knows, because we haven't seen the bottom. No one can time the bottom, but knowing that I've caught it really close to that 52-week low or close to the all-time low that we may see, right? Because a bottom could form in the 7s or in the 8s or probably in the 6s, who knows? But as long as I'm catching it closer to that bottom and getting started, I would actually be pretty confident in that opportunity. So it's all about due diligence, research, and understanding why your conviction is high as an investor. That's how I would look at this approach. But the reason why this is one of the top stocks set to explode if a short squeeze happens is because of the amount of short interest, and today's volume is going to be significant number to see. And you can see it here. It says pay safe to know how much short interest has been going on today compared to Fridays, and how much did it impact, and how many people didn't short, but if not, were buying the dip, right, as they call it. Now, this is what analysis price targets are showing, and this is really what I'm focusing on for this opportunity. So the lowest price target is $15. The mid is $15.83, so I would just round that up to 16, and the highest is 17, and it has 6 ratings, and they're all buy, 0 hold, and 0 sell. This is what lets me know with high conviction that this is an opportunity. If a short squeeze happens in between, even better, but if it doesn't, the opportunity to the upside based off analysis price target ratings is right there. And if you do your research and read more articles, they're saying a lot of things about how this right here is an opportunity. It's all about perspective and how you look at it. And if I was an investor that bought at $10 and I liked it at $10, I'm going to like it even more below $10, right? That's the mindset of an investor buying the dip, trying to catch an average cost that is worth getting and riding it back up. As always, if you learned something new, don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell so you don't miss a single video that I post. Share this with a friend so they can receive the insight as well. And this is not financial advice. If not, Just me enlightening you guys on the stocks I'm watching, why I'm watching them, and what is actually causing me to watch them. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.